I'm Shaunte, and this is
Denali, the king of the Queen City, and you're running with Manch on fire.
Hi, this is Shaunte. On this segment of Manch on Fire, we have interviews with Denali and Konflikk at Insight Studios, video game consulting with Keyah and Tyrell Whitted, and at the conclusion of the show, we have our very own Rosien talking about a charitable cause we recently donated to. In upcoming interviews, we'll be switching gears from hip-hop to rock, along with all other genres of music. Stay tuned. Hi, this is Shaunte coming to you from Manch on Fire. Today we're here at Insight Studios with Denali, here to discuss his music career. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Actually, there's a lot of good things going on right now.
That's good to hear. We always like good things. We like good things. So how did the name come about?
Well, I'm Indian, like native Indian. So it was a long time ago in like junior high. I was in the library just looking through encyclopedias and stuff, and it was even before I was a rapper. Like I've had the name like way before I even had anything to do with that. I was like writing poetry and stuff like that, but nothing like as far as like writing raps, or it was way early. I was like 12 years old, 13 years old at the time. And I just came across it. It was an Indian word in the encyclopedia, and it meant the high one. And I just kind of always had like that cockiness about me even before I was a rapper, so it just kind of fit.
Well, that's good. That's good. At least it's a name with some type of depth to
yeah.
it. It's not something that you just came up with overnight. So.
Yeah, well, a lot of people make the misconception that I'm like talking about the GMC Denali trucks and all that, and like I've had rappers in the past, like when they're battling and stuff, saying, "Oh, you try to name yourself after something that you can't afford," and it just makes them look ignorant. You know what I mean?
Right, right. Well, that's good to hear. How long have you been doing this?
I've been writing since, like, I started writing dancehall reggae when I was 13, which basically led to me meeting a few people from being able to do that, freestyling at parties and stuff like that, and then they got me into rapping. So probably close to, I'd say 15 years now, writing. Performing, I've been performing since 2003, so about 8-9 years on that.
So what is your true passion? Is it the dancehall reggae, or do you prefer the hip-hop?
I'm a hardcore student of hip-hop. And at the end of the day, like, I'm straight lyricism. I'm impressed by the people that are real creative and that are not just, slacking back with all this new style that's going on.
Well, that's good to hear as well. So who are your influences?
That's a big question, because I'm interested in a lot of different types of music. And it's not like limited to just hip-hop. I mean, I'm influenced by everything from like the Beatles to like Bob Marley, Cuddy Ranks, Buju, KRS-One, Mos Def, Talib Kweli, like real lyricists, Like I can get into some of the dance music because I understand what it's about, having a good time, this and that. But I'm more like an MC's MC at the end of the day.
Okay. Are there any instruments you prefer to hear with your music, or?
I mean, I've had a lot of, in the beginning it was a lot of the more underground stuff with a lot of like classical samples in it, like harpsichords and like deep orchestras and stuff like that. But you gotta move with the time, so you kind of just see if you can do what you do on what they're doing right now. Just kind of make the adjustment.
Yeah, yeah, ever changing, ever changing.
Exactly, like the day that you stop evolving as an MC is pretty much the day you should hang it up.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Definitely need to stay up with the times with this industry. So before the interview, we talked a little bit about online.
Yeah, I've actually been doing that, the online. I wasn't really like as good at it as I am now, but I started doing it in like 2003. I put together the Saints of the Dark website on SoundClick, and pretty much took off after that, because after we did the whole group thing, I kind of ventured off into my own solo career and started producing and engineering all my own tracks and using SoundClick as a way to get it out. And then, as time went on and the new pages came out, like I moved to MySpace, and once MySpace started to kick off, moved to Facebook, put an artist page up on there. Reverb Nation is real hot right now, so I jumped on that. There's this one new website called A&R Music Live, where you can actually get your music out to real A&Rs like Def Jam and Shady Records and Asylum, and like there's so many different avenues open to people now where you don't have to like go, you know, performing around the country to actually get that maybe chance that you might run into an A&R. You know, there's a lot of good aspects of the internet being out there, like all those videos that you're not going to see on MTV because they won't pass are right there for you to just go to this website, click on it, and you can see it. So every MC now that's making videos or making music, like, it's immediately available.
Yeah.
Whether or not, you know, you just want to stream it and let people hear it, or they can download it or buy it, it's every different avenue is open. And as far as promotion, I mean, you can promote from here to the other side of the globe on the internet. It's beautiful. I mean, I don't think there's a better tool out there for promotion aside from television. And even that's probably not getting, you know, the same hype as internet is right now.
So it's a very useful tool then,
Oh,
in
absolutely.
that respect.
Absolutely. I think for any aspiring MC who, you know, really wants to see if he's got what it takes, you put yourself out there on the internet. If you do it right and, you know, you're willing to invest a little money in yourself, because, you know, I think of it this way. If you're not willing to invest money in yourself, why would somebody else be willing to? If you don't have enough confidence in yourself to put your own backing into it, then why should anybody do it for you, you know?
Yep. That's good. That's good. So if our audience wanted to reach you online?
You could reach me at denali1h1@gmail.com. That's pretty much like if you want to do any bookings, or if you want to get studio time here at Insight, or you want me to make a beat for you, or anything like that. And then I have the Facebook page. That's facebook.com/denali.h1. You know, like if you go to the Reverb Nation page, really, it has links on the side to pretty much every page I'm linked up to, you know, as far as like making beats or selling, you know, I ghostwrite everything, studio time, whatever you need, anything to do with music, artist development, web design, any of that, we do it all here.
Okay, that's great. That's great information to pass along to our audience. So if there's anything else you'd like to share?
Just that for those people who don't really know about the Manchester hip-hop scene, just want to wave my hand around and let you know there really is some talented MCs out here, and a lot of them roll with me, so if you keep your eyes on me, you're going to get to see a lot of other talented acts too.
Well, thank you for this opportunity, and we enjoyed meeting you today.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you. I'm Shaunte, and this is
Denali, the king of the Queen City, and you're running.
This is Konflikk, and you're watching Manch on Fire.
Yo, this is Tone, Manch on Fire. I'm in the building with Konflikk right now. And he got some things to talk to y'all about. Konflikk, let them know what's going on, man.
Yeah. We're here in the studio, Insight Studios, my man Denali. We're doing it big with H1 Productions. There's a lot of things to look out for. You know, Lord Gamma, my man Metaphor. You know, of course, Konflikk, Phoenix. We got a lot of things moving around, a lot of shows we're doing in the area. But there's a few things I had to touch on while we was here in the studio. You know, I've been up here for many years. I came up here in the mid-80s and wasn't nobody here. It was the beginning of hip-hop. We came out here, nobody knew hip-hop. To see a brother, you had to go to the basketball court. I remember those days, you know, this is way back when, but, you know, we changed a lot. We started out in hip-hop. That was back when we had Butterball and Metaphor was Scooby Booknock. We had the Sick Click, and we was doing things. We had a lot of shows. We had a few following, a few supports. We always try to keep professional and clean, you know, and do our things. So it's been a long time since I've been doing this. But the thing I want to touch on while I was here in the studio and while, you know, we had the mic and the camera is the shows and the support out here, because it's big. A lot of people want to bring hip-hop to where it needs to be in New Hampshire, in the New England area, and they go out and they put together shows, and they come to the shows, they do the shows, they bring all their boys to the shows, they don't promote the shows like they're supposed to, they do it haphazardly. You know, and the problem with that is that this is not much more than just music to a lot of people. It's their dream, it's their lifeline. I mean, I went to a show a few weeks ago and they had the Top Mics competition here in New Hampshire, and there were maybe 5 good acts, and there were like 15 acts that were hard to sit through, that didn't have their stuff together, had no stage performance, their mics wasn't correct, no one checked the sound level, some of the people forgot the words, trying to make excuses for it. no movement on stage is a performance. I mean, you're giving entertainment. You're performing. It's a performance. You're not on stage to do your rap. If you want to do that, you stay in the studio and do that. If your track sounds better in the studio than it does on stage, you should work on that. When I get up on stage and do my performance, I give them all I got. Anybody who's ever been to a Konflikk show knows I give it all I have. It's the performance that you're there for. I noticed that there's a lot of people that hate when there's other people on stage doing their performance. That's another brother like you who's doing his thing. Like I said, when you go to the show and you got a friend who brings all their friends to a hip-hop show, what you have is a show that's 85% MCs. And the fans are not really there. And if the MCs are hating on other MCs doing their performance and everybody's grilling their brother on stage, you lose that whole atmosphere and the love of what we began with this with. This is about love. This is about sharing. This is about giving, about communication. It's a bond. It's something that started a long time ago. There's a lot of history in this. It's not just about going there, cutting people up and talking crap and, you know, stabbing people in the back. There's a lot of knowledge, and this is a way of communication, a form we've been using for many years. So, you know, I make music for me. We made a song about that recently. You know, I've been making music for me. That's all I ever make my music for. I love to make music just for that fact. When I go to a show, I give it all I got. It's not about money. It's about giving the show what I got. When I go to a show, I expect to see a real show. So the next time I'm out at your show, if you see me or whoever's out there, give me something to remember. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're talking about. This is Manch on Fire. Keep it real.
Hey, one more thing. Let the people know where you're at online, man. I saw you on Reverb.
I do. You can find me at Konflikk. You can find me at Konflikk. It's KONFLIKK at soundclick.com. Also got a MySpace page and a Facebook page. But if you just punch in Konflikk with the K in the front and the 2 Ks at the end, right in Google, I got all kinds of music that come up. You can get links and my people, Denali, H1 Productions, Metaphor, Phoenix.
I'm Keyah.
And I'm Tyrell. And this is Manch on Fire. So what are your favorite video games out right now? What is your favorite video game?
I would have to say Call of Duty Black Ops.
Tyrell, would you agree?
Yes, I would actually.
And what do you like most about the game?
I like the fact that it's action-packed and that's it.
What video game system is this best played on? And
I
why?
would say Xbox 360.
And have you played it on any other systems?
No, I haven't got the chance to yet.
How would you rate the level of the game? Easy, normal, or difficult?
I think the game's pretty easy.
Keyah, would you agree?
Yes.
How many players does the game allow for?
Offline, 4 players are allowed, and online, 16 are allowed.
Are you allowed to customize the game in any way?
Well, you get to choose a class, and before you start the match, you get to pick and change any of the weapons.
Are there any games coming out that you're looking forward to?
Yes, Saints Row 3 is one of the big ones.
Thank you so much for interviewing with